Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The message behind saying the title The Heavyweight Podcast is to be able to say that we can weigh in on some heavy shit. You know, what we're talking about is important from every aspect of it. It's a heavy weight. It's not just about physical weight, but the weight of things that can weigh our minds. So I think it's dope that we can have this conversation.
What's good? This is episode 141 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly, your antisocial host, with this lady and these three guys. Go ahead and state your name for the beautiful people out here.
I'm the dressed up Frank. What's up?
I get it.
Driscoll Frank?
Dressed up Frank.
Think it like a hot dog.
You know
Catch
what I'm
up.
saying? Glizzy. I didn't want to be Glizzy, so I'm just going to be Frank.
It's your boy Molito the Grouch.
Hey, and they call me Hunter.
And I'm Daz the Diva.
How were your weeks?
I don't like how this motherfucker's scowling at me over here. I'm starting violence.
Was he thinking onions?
I don't know. He looking at me like he wants some sauerkraut or something.
Come on.
No, this motherfucker.
Oh. Like he gonna sauerkraut?
That face is tart.
I'm kind of just taking it in of
Taking it in, huh?
Whoa.
Pause.
How,
We should pause that quick.
how
Taking the Frank in, huh?
what I'm looking for.
Oh, God.
Pause.
Like that ghetto uncle.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you calling me the
ghetto-
crackhead uncle because I got 3D glasses on? That's fucked up. My week's been lovely, as you can see. I'm not smoking crack, but it's been good. It's been good.
You sell it, right?
Nah, hell no. They're
Hell
gonna
no.
come seize shit. No.
My week was great. I was on vacation.
Oh.
You know,
What'd you do?
I had my wife bend over a balcony.
Oh, my
Shit,
God.
I thought you were gonna say like crystal clear water or some shit. You going, God damn it, man.
You know, anniversary. You know, so now
Happy
I'm just
anniversary.
going back to that fucking job.
Sidebar. What's the freakiest place you ever had sex?
Okay, we're doing intro.
Yeah, let's intro.
Bars.
Oh, I was finna answer.
He said
I had an answer for
he went
that.
from his fucking job back to his fucking
Yeah, right?
bars.
Look at him. Don't even know.
Out here barring out. That's amazing.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it was good. It was good. You know, that's it. You know,
My weekend was cool. I got out and went on a ride and got a different scenery and took some anger out in the world, and I'm good now.
What does that? What
Huh?
does that entail?
You have to ride with me to really understand that.
Never gonna. Nope.
there's your week.
My week was great. I did my solo date this week, so
Solo date.
nice.
Take yourself out.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like
Those
that.
be the best days.
I like
yeah.
that.
What'd you do?
I love being able to eat somewhere and not have
A paint.
somebody else touch my fries.
Oh, that's what's up. That what's up.
You in paint and sip? That's some female shit.
Don't be hating. I'm a girl. I'm supposed to do female. You want me to do nigga shit?
Sometimes.
That's the problem. That's what the problem is. That's where our problem is. Too many niggas want girls to do nigga shit.
Right. That's the whole problem now.
Then they need them to be feminine, like.
Right. Then we do the nigga shit and you talk shit. So, I mean, what do you want me to do?
Could have like pulled up, got you some Roscoe's, went to a double Dutch competition and some shit.
I'm going to go shoot crap somewhere
Right.
with the homies.
You
I
know,
can't co-sign that.
low key, I can't do none of that. That shit drives me crazy.
What's
Double
that?
Dutch?
Like, no, doing like solo shit or going somewhere like that. I never can do it.
why?
Like going
Nah,
to the
you
movies
tripping.
by yourself or
Why?
I
wanna
like
eat.
to
I
by
don't,
myself.
Nah,
I
you
don't
tripping.
know.
I'm
Yes.
telling you.
I don't know. I've always been that way.
You ever
Oh.
go hiking by yourself? I know that's
No.
probably the different podcast I should ask.
Look here, man. You don't understand the peace you get of going to a movie by yourself. Nobody's asking you questions about what's going on or making comments to you. Then you get to go have a meal by yourself and no one's
yeah.
trying to eat your fries and
I'm not even
see
in
what
that.
your drink tastes like.
When
It-
check comes
See, I
back,
like
you're
that shit though.
"Ooh, that's nice.
I love it for you. I think the solo dating for me, I couldn't do those things by myself. So that's why I started to push myself to do them by myself.
I would just say this: when you go out to eat by yourself, you realize it don't cost a lot to eat out when you by yourself.
Man,
That ain't true no more. That shit ain't true no
shit.
It ain't that bad.
Nah, fuck that. I went to Jack in the Box, spent $18 on myself.
Did you get 4 meals?
You
nigga?
would have spent 30 had
I
your
got
wife been
one
here.
meal, and then I was like, let me get that cheesecake. And then he said $18, and I was like, hey, man, keep that motherfucking cheese. I don't want that shit. But it is better than
Oh, my
$100 when you take the family. God damn. That's low.
My week was just work and possibly bars.
That's what's up.
But Mo won't know about it till the last minute.
Like always.
I'm just gonna keep him in suspense.
I'm gonna just start pissing him off. He gonna start releasing diss tracks about me, but we gonna get bars, so it don't matter.
It's not Big 3, it's just Big Me, nigga.
That's fine. I'm not a rapper. I'm not even in the game.
Gang. Ski.
Oh,
Don't do
my
that.
God.
I'm
Please
Let's begin.
leave that where it's at.
All right.
We're not gonna mention that plant on here.
Oh, okay. How are you managing being a parent at this time?
I'm not.
Man.
You're not managing being a parent?
It's rough.
It's rough?
Yes.
Like rough, like
Are you managing? Because I don't know if I'm managing. I feel like I'm just pouring into it.
That's it.
Like, I feel like I'm putting more into the parenting than most of the other shit.
yeah, I can see that.
But it's bringing me happiness. So I'm like, hey, it's a win-win.
Have you, I don't know, in the new edition, have you laid down in it yet to see how comfortable it is?
One thing about that.
Put them seats down and go to
I knew he was going straight there. I knew exactly where he was going. So I was trying to
I'm
answer
surprised
it quickly,
it didn't come from you.
but I was too slow. I was too slow. I've tried in the recliners, but I'm too tall. I'm too tall.
Like,
Damn.
you sit to the,
No, I go all the way back, and then I put my feet up, and then I hit the seat in front of me, and I'm like, God damn it. Everybody else, because it's barely by like that much, everybody else get to enjoy it, but I got to crisscross applesauce and shit, so. But I think I can lay in the floor.
that's what's up.
I haven't tried that.
Yeah, I would just say that I don't say I'm managing. Like I agree with you. I'm just kind of like in it. Like I'm just trying to enjoy the moments, enjoy the stage, because you realize you blink and they're completely different.
How hard because I know how you are, how hard is it for you not to look at the bill?
Very hard.
Okay.
Very hard.
Because that's where I seem to struggle the most, because
So
I won't look.
a couple weeks ago,
No,
like I told y'all a couple weeks
it
ago,
hurts.
a couple weeks ago when I took her to Universal, I was really proud of myself because I only spent $150 inside the park.
That's impressive.
I was like, yo,
What'd you get, like some coins?
nigga.
A donut.
Like, yeah, I was like, you got like one souvenir.
So she bought. I got. The only thing she wanted from inside was. I take that back. I spent more.
Oh, that's a good a feat in
But
itself. You might want to do a video for that.
The
shit.
first thing I
Get all the views.
I spent $300 altogether because those Mario Land watches.
Yeah.
To get the coins, those are like $45.
I thought those were free because you got into the park.
No, those are $45 a piece.
Is that more than to get in the park?
No.
No.
No, I'm talking about because remember it's an additional price for the.
No. It's not additional. So you can walk right into Mario Land, but if you want to participate in getting the coins and stuff, you have to pay. You have to buy the wristband.
Oh, okay,
But
got you.
we didn't learn to the end that the coins are just for you to unlock shit on the app that give you keys throughout the park. So it's not really worth it. It's just another souvenir. So, but I pay for those. I didn't pay for those out of my main checking account. I pay for those out of like side money. So I don't count that stuff. But inside the park, I spent on like food and souvenirs. Like I bought her. She got a peach bag, and then she got a balloon, and that was like $60.
Yeah.
And then the rest was like food.
Yeah.
So we did.
That's
pretty
so
good.
sad. You
Yeah,
got
when you said
150 out that
150,
mother.
I
I
was
said,
like,
"Man, you need to do a video on a how-to
Y'all
because
just ate cotton candy and just.
because I remember those souvenir Simpson donuts were like 30 a pop.
Yeah.
Well, because the thing is, she wasn't really hungry, and then when we left, she was like, "I'm hungry." I was okay. So then we went to Johnny Rockets. Now I paid. Now that I don't include that in 150 because that was outside the park.
Yeah.
Johnny Rockets ran me about $50 for three of us. So
Yeah, Johnny Rockets
It wasn't bad.
Damn, you guys show me how to do that too.
Right.
Because Johnny Rockets for 3 people.
Don't go to the one inside of Knott's.
I'm not like
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm always looking at the bill.
That's
And
hard.
what's worse now, wait to well, Ava should be at the age she take showers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you time her?
Mm-hmm.
I time her. I be like, get your ass out of the shower. You've been in there like 20 minutes. My water bill about to be sky high. If you ain't clean now, you just gonna be stanky.
She's not the one I'm worried about. Andreas is.
I was gonna say the boys are the worst.
Well,
The thing is, he'll watch, but like he'll just sit in that motherfucker. You be like, hey, what you doing? Like, you just
Not yet.
Not yet.
I hate.
Oh yeah, he
this.
is.
Yeah.
You think these are long showers?
I remember my teenage boys.
Hey! Get your ass up out of there.
When you said that, it reminded me of, you remember the show Weeds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When her son was microwaving the bananas?
Well,
Oh my god.
It was like, we can't keep bananas in this house. But he was only using the peel and throwing the actual bananas.
it is about parenting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to pour into her because, like I said, you blink and they've changed, because they're in the process of growing up. So
I've had the kind of luxury in that with having a stepkid, because you have that where she was so much older than these two that you're like, well, I met you're like this, like little, and now you look at pictures, you're like, God damn, like you're about to drive, and you get to see what's kind of coming.
yeah,
Like
Is
what's coming.
she gonna drive the new?
No, her car's out there. It's parked on the street.
you know what?
I don't knock you. That's a perfect beginner car.
Yeah, absolutely. Might even get it wrapped your favorite color.
I will say the one thing I struggled with in parenthood, like this year, was with the whole being part of like dance. So like with her having like full face makeup and wearing the sports bra, and I was like,
Yeah.
I ain't ready for this shit.
Boys ain't here yet. Hey, I've had to deal with that. You've seen that.
Yeah,
When they get that, at certain age, you're like, oh, those boys are here. Well, let me see what this little motherfucker's about.
so yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just trying to make sure her childhood was great for her.
Yeah.
I just try not to get too, because I'm so fixated on providing that I just don't get too caught up in the providing part and actually be present as much as I can.
What do you mean?
Like just in time, spending time, because like
You
I'll
focus on the time.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to focus on the time more because I force myself to do
Yeah.
so. Because I notice a lot of times I get so wrapped up in trying to provide and going to work and doing this or doing that you sometimes you like, damn, I need to like just
Sometimes
hang out.
Sometimes you gotta just say fuck it.
Yeah.
That Universal was a fuck it.
Yeah.
That was not planned. Like
Yeah, no, I remember you told me, I was like, you went to Universal?
Yeah, because we were supposed to go to the
That's
zoo.
funny.
Yeah, I remember.
We were supposed to go to the zoo, and then she was like, "Well, she hasn't been to Universal. She was 4," and I was like, yeah, I said,
Better
yeah,
than me.
She have a good time. I said, "Fuck it, let's do it."
You better do. You know what our fuck it was? I said we put a blanket in the backyard and we soaked the sun up together. Ate cereal outside.
That's an important thing to try to break away from, just
Grinding.
doing the grind, and then you're not like you're realizing that you're not spending. Because like I had yesterday, where Andreas was like, "Dad, I just want to play like Sonic with you," and I'm like, "Okay," like, but like it made me realize I was so busy doing everything else that I was just, let me just sit here and play Sonic.
I'm telling you, man, that saying it's in my head every time she talks to me. That where it goes, it's your Monday, but it's their childhood.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, we can do it tomorrow. Yeah, it's to you it's tomorrow, but to them it's like, man, like when they grow up, it's gonna be a whole different recollection of how things went down.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else? Because he's just
Hunter,
Yeah, his kids are grown.
Well, I mean,
He
I
can still do the parenting, yeah.
right,
Yeah,
but
like-
mine sucks.
Huh?
Mine sucks. When you talking about how you manage and doing
Well,
it.
explain that. What's
I said it before in another podcast. Just still trying to go back and build my relationships with my kids because we've gotten that separation.
So the question is, how are you managing that then?
I'm not managing great. I'm just trying to
you need a hug.
flow with it right now.
You need a hug, don't you?
No, it's just when you realize your kids are old and you try to be in their lives and then you like I said, it becomes an issue. It's something you got to do and do different that you've never done before.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm managing it as best as I can right now. You know.
Fucking with you.
Oh yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah.
I think that's part of life where like when you start reflecting and you be like, man, I could have did this different, should have did this different. But like, cause I do that. But then I'm like, you know what? Don't beat yourself up because you have to understand that at that moment you made the most logical decision for your at the time. So you made the best choice for what was on the table at the time. And you didn't know what the whole outcome would have been. So I try not to beat myself up because sometimes I'm like, man, I blew that. I should have did that this way instead of that. But just like, you know, just try to do better next time.
Yeah, but when they're 24 and 25 and you do something, it shows up different.
I get that.
Yeah. So
I would say, I don't think you want to hear this, but catch a flight somewhere and go do something for you. They grown.
Yeah.
oh no,
Reach
no,
out, and then
I'm
if they
good
don't
on my
reach back,
side.
then you
I'm good
go.
on my side. My goal this year is just rebuild my relationship with my kids. Have a better relationship with my kids. That's my goal this year. You know, because like you said, you know, the managing part of how it hasn't been there. So I'm gonna try this year to see.
Well, yeah, that's what I was asking. You calling more or you
Yeah.
set up stuff or?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you do.
So that's it.
You get there. Nothing?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a step parent. I can only manage it as far as they're gonna allow me to. So
I mean, it's still same shit.
and I'm a great step parent,
Yeah.
but I can only manage it as far as I'm allowed. So
And that's that step parent hurdle we were talking about earlier.
huh?
That step parent hurdle.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really not even trying to jump over it right now. I'm like, listen, you figure it out with her. Y'all call me and let me know what y'all doing.
Yeah. So, as we move on, it's will good sex have you acting or moving different in a relationship?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
I can vouch for that too.
I can't lie. I agree.
Absolutely.
Because when I get a good nigga, next morning. What you want to eat? You want something?
Period.
I want to make sure you in a good mood so I can get a repeat performance of last night.
Now,
What did you just
and
say?
that
How did you start that phrase off?
I asked her what she want to eat.
Oh, I thought you said when I get a good nigga. I was
He did.
yeah,
No, I did not.
I was like, what the fuck?
So,
He did, but he
Just
meant a good
'cause.
I
nut.
know what he means. But I was like, what did he say?
just because we're gonna call,
Pause.
Oh, we're calling somebody?
we're calling somebody.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hold on. Who are we calling?
We asking about fucking?
Let's see if he answers. If he doesn't answer, we're talking shit.
as we sit here and wait.
Well, he might be fucking.
He might be.
You might be.
No.
Fucking. That's you get a pass for that.
You do.
You get a pass for that.
Now, on that same side is
Your call has been forwarded to
Your
voicemail.
call?
The person you're
Oh
trying to
wow.
reach is
Okay.
not available.
You got a
All right
British
then. All right then, Mark.
Shit,
now,
British.
Now, in
We're gonna
that-
be talking. Shh.
Go ahead. You gonna talk?
Go ahead,
about it?
go ahead.
I was gonna say, and that what you just brought up. Now, are you the one? Are you the one giving it, or are you the one taking it?
What you talking
Both.
about?
I think it's both.
Both if I'm
About
lucky.
good sex.
Yeah, I think the good sex.
Oh, it go both ways.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because
But what I'm saying is when she put it on, when she put it on me, I'm different the next day.
right.
I'm
When
in
you
the-
put it on
I-
her, is she different on you?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm-
even
I'm-
after
I'm
you
in a-
put it down, you a little bit more. You a little different.
I'm in a great mood. I'm open to all criticisms and ideas for the day. I'm relaxed. I'm comfortable. You want to go where? Let's go.
Really?
Let's
Just
have a good time.
Really? Just
Yes.
I feel like when you lay it down to you, be at the store like, I want 2 of those. Like whatever it is.
Go ahead and get extra cheese.
That's just so weird to hear that though.
You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because I mean,
Not
when-
only did my toes
She
curl,
turned you into Ja Rule.
but not only did my toes curl,
Oh man.
but my knee
Put
buckled
it on.
and popped at the same time. I said, this is it. I'm done.
I'm just mad.
And then I slept 12 hours.
Can
I'm
you,
old
Can you
now.
channel your inner Ja Rule to put it on me?
Nah, no.
No,
Hey, man.
we're not doing that.
My nigga.
Yeah, what's up?
Listen, when you was talking about knees and shit, I got mad because we talking about sex. And when I'm standing, my ankles, nigga, whoo, I'm like, I'm old. Get through it, and I'm done. I'm like, oh, they locking up. They locking up.
You got
just from standing.
You gotta stop doing
Amateurs.
that. You gotta stop doing that doggy style off the bed. You gotta get on the bed, do doggy style. You get on your knees on the bed.
I would get into more
Doggy
detail.
style after bed is the best for me.
They make doggy style socks that'll help you grip the floor.
No,
I
I'm
use my
gripping.
Crocs.
It's just
They hurt.
my
They
ankles
hurt on
feel like
fire.
arthritic.
Have you experienced the Charlie horse?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thrust right
That
before
motherfucker
you
like,
bust. The thrust before you bust, and the Charlie horse.
Now, let me tell you.
erupts.
Let me tell you what. So, back when I had my accident, and I had the cast on. Ain't stop shit. I stood up on that cast. I was I ain't stopping nothing. I said I'll have joy and pain, nigga. I was amazed in that motherfucker.
Yeah, you just Frankie Beverly.
Hey, but Kevin, I got some ankle braces if you need some, bro.
I might. I don't give a fuck. I'll strap them up.
So, around the table, do you have an instance where you can remember where it changed? Like it changed your mood after the fact, like us
Immediately.
Like what story? Like, can you share?
Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't think I should tell you.
Do you like the next day go and
Like do something else?
yeah, like a take her on a certain place just because, or bring her something just because she put it on you like that?
I've done that many times. I brought home flowers, random gifts.
What's the most expensive gift?
I don't keep track.
I usually just bring some sushi.
I don't keep track of
She
shit.
loves sushi, so I'm like, yeah, I'll get some sushi. I hate.
Oh, this is the put it on me meal.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes she'll put on me. I just start ordering shit on Amazon. She
Wow.
might like this. She might like this.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
She's like, "What's all them boxes?" I'm like, they're yours, baby.
Yeah, she already.
Let me know if you don't like them. What's in the back? Goes is open till 11.
So is that? I guess technically that would be the way you deal with the happiness, huh?
Hey, it'd be blissfulness, happiness. Bliss. They're telling you when you get that wake up out of the sleep, wasn't expecting it.
Yeah,
Shit.
that is nice. That's nice.
Shit, that happened a couple days ago.
All right, let me do this dramatically.
That's why I said fuck it.
This side.
Start with the closest one first.
Well, you said it emphatic. Yes.
Yeah, right.
I was waiting
Right.
because she said I saw.
My husband do his thing, and I'm even nice to his baby mama when I see her.
Damn, that was good.
Hey, girl,
That was good.
take care.
Especially the way you described it. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, we waiting on me?
Yeah,
Oh, I
he finna be a killjoy, man. I knew this.
No, man, don't do that. You can't.
no. What I was gonna say was, I don't do none of that.
Sex.
No,
Sex?
no. Well, no. What you're missing on it's always good.
Oh, here he goes.
It's always.
yes,
it's,
you're right.
It's
It's
every
always-
time,
it's
every single
always-
time. There's no topping it. It's been
Oh, y'all just okay. I got you. My bad.
no.
You the best.
Good for you.
The goat.
I love that for you.
That's
Yeah.
the goat right
So you
there.
betting 1,000?
Yes.
Never
You
miss.
ain't never messed up and fucked around, came quick.
You never had
No,
the
no.
womp
See, we
womp?
weren't talking about none of that. You were talking about when you put it down.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
the putting it down has been put down so often that it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
Oh, it ain't a thing. You
It
just
ain't a
like,
thing.
I believe you. As
Do you
much as
be-
you mentioned porn, you done been trained properly.
Hey, good job.
I believe
Good job.
you.
We did that.
You know, that's all it is. It's no.
All right.
Man, now y'all got me thinking about shit.
Oh fuck. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It was like 3 days ago.
I knew this was.
He's gonna start breaking.
Yeah, I was like, let's not do that.
See?
Not that I necessarily want to hear that story, but I love the way your face changes when you speak about your wife. You
shit- that
get
shit
this
good.
instant, beautiful, like glow. I love it.
That shit good.
That shit makes me feel awkward.
that shit
And I'm
good.
over here like, talk about her.
No,
How
I'm talking
sweet.
about like as far as like like if we hang out, like I'm like, dude, the facial expressions say a lot.
Hey, nigga.
So I'm happy for you. It's just your facial expressions say a lot. It makes me feel like
Everybody here is
maybe
married.
I shouldn't.
I know what married people do.
Do I need
Right.
to leave?
Yeah,
You ain't gotta leave.
but you ain't gotta like I mean, love it, enjoy it, but I don't want you to get too hot. Like,
like-
that's where I feel like shit's about to be like, nigga, I got it. Hey, can I go inside?
like
I had to take a shit. What?
When things is fresh in your memory.
Yeah, I do.
No, but when it comes to your wife in particular, it doesn't have to be fresh in your memory because even when you spoke about what she wore on your first date, your whole face just
You
changes.
look good as fuck that night.
I love that for y'all.
it's yeah.
You look good as
We scroll the internet and all we ever see is negative ass conversations about relationships. But when you speak about your wife,
That's not my relationship.
Ooh,
I mean,
love it.
I mean, my relationship ain't perfect, but it ain't negative either. Like we got our, we go through the same shit everybody else go through, but
You have to follow how he rolls too sometimes. So next pod, he gonna have to dig out.
I do have a policy. I try not to say too many good things about my wife because I want her head to be too big.
And there's that
Ryan
hole.
ass up. That's
right.
That's
There's that hole. You know.
I call cap.
I know I'm gonna be there. You know, they know I'm.
and I'm gonna do the best possible job I can.
Yeah, see, with me, I think sex should always be good.
See, I can't.
There's bad days, man.
I can't.
No, I mean you have.
can't-
There's a difference between bad days, but for the majority of part, your sex should
I
always
can't.
be.
I can't co-sign that because sometimes I don't feel like quickies are good. They
Just get a nut off.
Yeah. The point of the quickie is just to get there. It's not the passion's not there. The intimacy's not there.
No,
That
that's
shit ain't
ain't
true.
what I'm trying to
I don't
say here.
believe that
You're digging at the one thing. I'm thinking the overall, where your sex life overall is, you don't even have those memories like that.
I think those are fun.
You know, because there's just so frequent
Some of
that
them.
they're not separated. You know, of course you're gonna have quickies, you're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have whatever, but your overall sexual
Sorry.
thing. Swear, bro, you keep hitting that, but yeah,
That's what she said.
That was,
Oh my
that was
god.
Mo over here under the table.
I don't even want to touch that under the table part.
I didn't do shit. I didn't do shit.
Oh, okay. All right. So, well, I don't think I said anything, but I'll just say yes. Sex can good sex, great sex. I don't
Great sex.
great sex.
Mind blowing.
I just know when I get put to sleep,
Nigga.
yeah,
Nigga.
I wake up in a whole different frame of mind.
You want a car today?
Yeah.
Could you working like you wanted a car?
But all right,
Let me see what I can move around.
moving on. We're gonna go into these red flag stories. I dated a guy that was really clingy from the get-go. For instance, he always wanted to walk me to every train, bus, class, etc. I know that sounds quite nice and charming, but I had this gut feeling that something wasn't right about it. That he was doing to keep tabs on me, to make sure I was really going to visit my family over the weekend, and I didn't just say that to get out of meeting him. I had this feeling about a lot of little seemingly innocent things he did and said. I ignored them, telling myself that's just what people do when they fall in love. That's when he's trying to be attentive, etc. I should have noped the fuck out of here, or I should have got the fuck out of there then, because only a few weeks later it turned out into a bit of a stalking situation. And then in quotes it says constant phone calls, messages, thinly veiled suicide threats if I didn't act the way he wanted, verbal abuse. He tried to force his way into my apartment several times. That was her red flag. That's how she ended it.
That's that goddamn Netflix movie all over again.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, that's not a red flag. He just protect if he really like you. But then you like the threats on. I said, that's off.
Yeah, I feel like she could have probably seen it if she told him no and seen how it went.
Yeah.
But I don't think she did that. I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying I think that's part
Thinly veiled suicide
Because
threats.
I can understand like you just meeting somebody and you guys are in the thick of it and it's new and it's fun and so you always want to like
be around and
be around and stuff like that. But like when she denied access and he went south, it was like ooh, whoa.
Right.
Well, I'm saying sounds weird, but I think it's important to say no. In that, like I didn't want to. Like, she felt weird with him just walking her everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Like at that point, she could have been like, no, just to see how this motherfucker responds. Mm-hmm. And be like, oh, this one was crazy. Let me back up out of this. Because he was going to be crazy no matter what.
That could also be like she maybe didn't vet him good enough before she decided to make it official with him.
Yeah.
We should have been a little more dating before.
Or she was too optimistic or something, or ignoring red flags. Yeah.
A lot of times you got to understand, your decisions are the cause of most of your problems. And if you don't actually make proper educated decisions and actually go through and do your homework, you can end up in a situation you don't want to be in.
Yeah, and a lot of those red flags, you don't even notice yourself. You don't notice when you're in it. You notice after the fact, or somebody tells you.
Oh, especially when shit is new,
When they're
new
getting
and fun.
when they're getting dicked down.
She sounded like she knew like something was not right.
No, yes, she knew, and women do too know the red flag beforehand. We see it. I told you, we be trying to fix it.
Yeah, she kept going.
We see it.
And like she even had that plotted out in her head. Was like, well, I think he's trying to keep tabs.
Yeah,
on
she
me.
exactly. She not only had an idea of what he was doing, she had an idea of why.
Yeah.
She knew.
I said, fuck it.
It's not her fault though.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying.
Absolutely
She said,
not.
fuck it. So now you got
But the other
crazy motherfucker.
The other thing
Right.
with that is that she should have, when she had that intuition of that, she should have ended it in.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So next red flag story. The day after I met my ex, he started showing up uninvited at my flat in student halls. He came every day for 2 weeks straight after I broke up with my boyfriend for unrelated reasons. He asked me out every day for those 2 weeks. The first 13 times I told him I needed more to process my breakup.
Damn.
14.
The 14th time was at a friend's birthday party that he hadn't even been invited to.
That's crazy.
I caved and agreed to do a date.
That's what you fucked.
2 weeks later, he moved into my flat.
Damn, she wasn't processing shit from that last relationship.
I had never been pursued that relentlessly before, and I was flattered.
Love bomb.
Less than a year later, he tried to kill me. I would never fall for a whirlwind romance ever again.
First of all, that wasn't
Smart.
a romance. You was just dumb.
That wasn't romance.
I will give him credit for the consistency. 14 straight days.
14.
I think
Every
he's a
day?
loser.
He probably was. 14 straight days?
You think he was the cornball?
Because you would think, right? Because you would think after the
The
second time, like, so see, this is why I said, ladies, like, I feel like sometimes, ladies, like, if you're not interested in the guy, you need to let him down harsh the second time. Like, be nice the
Women
first
are
time,
dying from that.
right?
mean-
You got to be harsh.
We're literally saying no and being stabbed.
No, you got to be harsh.
Literally, you didn't see that in the news this week?
I'm saying, the first time, be gentle about it. But if he keep popping up, you're gonna have to be like, hey, look here,
Mo, the woman said less than a year later he tried to kill me.
yeah, he was crazy.
But if she would have taken it a harsh
Yeah.
way, it might.
It might have ended a lot sooner than she thought. She
This is
wouldn't
where-
have made it to the year.
This
But
is
you
where-
gotta remember there was no relationship before. That relationship dynamic
Right,
changed.
but if he was already a killer,
Yeah.
Well, he
But
might
it's
not have-
different.
she said it the wrong way, and I mean, we don't know what triggers a person.
In public,
Right.
she'd be.
I mean,
He
we're
probably tried to
selective.
kill her after he got that cat, though.
but
Here you go with that.
Right, that's
They
what I'm
moved
trying
in
to say, too,
together.
'cause he
They
got
moved in
actually
together.
into the relationship and moved in.
but
It low key sounded like they both was a little off. No
Yeah,
shade to
possibly.
her,
No,
you're right.
but she was vulnerable. She let that man take advantage of her vulnerability. She allowed it. She went on with somebody who she knew wasn't right. Is somebody chasing you 13, 14 times? You already know. She went on and moved forward with him, and then he just turned out to be crazy.
Well,
I mean,
Sound like
it
they
was-
both need to
it was
kill him.
right after another relationship too.
Right. Not even sound like 2-3
Yeah.
weeks after another relationship.
She wasn't single.
But
She never. Them 14 days, she wasn't single.
No, 'cause
why
she
she
still was
added unrelated?
Right.
You're like,
Yeah.
why you throw that in?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
didn't think that.
Yeah, she wasn't never single. She just hopped from one bed to another.
The biggest red flag there, she said after 13 times. So on the 14th, it's like,
Yeah, both
How
of
you
them
get
was a
there?
red flag. Him and her. He a red flag, she a red flag.
I
This
would
is
say
where-
after the third time, you get the restraining order.
yeah,
Right.
like,
Why do you keep popping up places I'm at that you're not supposed to be at?
I
Right.
also think this is where platonic male friends come in to play. That's a good thing to have.
Yeah, because I'm calling mine.
Because a lot of times that doesn't happen. Because you know how that shit goes. But that kind of
I had that happen to me one time. You just triggered me. Cuz.
what? You had a platonic friend roll up.
I had a
What's up, nigga?
I was in college and I was in class and I got a text message from my friend and she was like, "Hey, this guy is supposed to meet me, like right here. Can you just like be out here next to me?" And I was like, "Okay, like, are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I just would feel comfortable if you were here." I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But now I understand.
Did you go?
Yeah, I went.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what's happening.
I've been there.
You know,
Did he appear normal?
he seemed like he was cool to me. Turned out he was crazy, but you know,
That's the intuition. She was ignoring the red flags, but she didn't. So she called you. She was like, "Hey, he crazy, but
he was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, he wasn't all the way there. I said, okay. I mean, I was like, all right.
You know what's weird about both those stories? Both those guys seem, I'm gonna say, just losers.
Do you think
There's a
it
lot
was
of
the
that.
same cornball from the other thing?
Well, it's just, I don't know. Guys sometimes we've all seen it. We've seen guys who are just losers. They relentlessly push after somebody, relentlessly go after somebody when there's a million women on this earth, and you can't just let this one go for some odd reason.
To Mo's point, maybe.
The cat was good.
Yeah.
No, you remember 14 times before she even gave him a date.
Yeah.
I think a normal man would have been 2 tops out.
Yeah, but a normal woman wouldn't have let you play in her face 14 times either.
Thank you. No, yeah. So both of those
Two,
had some issues.
nigga, one.
But even the first
Yeah,
guy who was always the first one we were talking about, where he was always clean, what she called clingy, was always doing this and always doing that and always doing that. It's like, okay, you somewhere in your relationship history, you have an issue.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah, I think I've probably been that guy, that loser like that. So I understand. But I think I had to grow up. That's the thing that people don't do.
Yeah.
It's like, you got to learn how to deal with that shit. Not everybody fucking wants you. You might be a good person, but that don't mean they have to have you. That's not how that goes.
If you were on mute right now, I think you were spitting bars.
Huh?
I said, if you're on mute right now, I would think.
Oh, just the way I'm sitting. I thought you said I was on mute. I was like, I'm saying all this for nothing?
All right, red flag story number 3. I was dating this guy, Sean, and in the first couple of weeks of our relationship, he had told me being Facebook official was important to him. I didn't care. I always just kept my status hidden, but I changed my status for him and sent him a friend request in a relationship with me. Yeah, he freaked out. He becomes unsure about being in a relationship. Suddenly, he was all unsure about that state of things after being super invested, like overly so far how long our relationship was. It was such a weird turn. We got into a fight and almost didn't make it. Then we talked it out. He admitted it. He only said he wanted to be Facebook official because he thought I'd want to be. We ended up breaking up for so many reasons after 9 months or so, but the major reason we didn't work out was he was a commitment phobe and wanted to sleep around. He ended up in a psychiatric ward for a bit too. I've heard from friends that he cheated on some of his girlfriends after me. That's it.
I have no words.
I'm not arguing with no nigga about no damn Facebook. Okay. So that right there would have been the end of the damn relationship. What the hell you would argue with me about the status on our Facebook?
Facebook
Oh,
official.
like God.
Weird, too. It's like, she did it.
Right.
Nah.
Right? That was the part that got me.
It's not that serious, sir.
What irritated me was, I only said that because I thought you wanted it. Sir, what? That don't
How old are
make sense.
y'all?
That don't make sense.
But even then, she still did it, and then you fought back on that she
Yeah,
did it.
like-
Yeah, that was just.
And then talked it out for 9 months.
All the other stuff to talk about, you want to argue with me about Facebook? Eggs is $9. And you want to argue with me about Facebook? Come on. Like,
I don't think
I'm not arguing with no nigga about no
price of
Facebook.
eggs, though.
I'm not doing it. I'm not
But
arguing
yeah,
about
dude.
no
Facebook official. That's wild to me.
We live in that kind of society, though, where you got to put your so-called status
I
on
would
it.
have looked that motherfucker dead in the face. So you're not even in my MySpace top 10, nigga.
Right. Hello.
And he would have been like, what's MySpace?
Definitely not in my top 10. I have my husband on my Facebook now. I wish I would never put him there because as soon as I added him, people that went to high school with me that didn't even talk to me added him. Like, what you need to see him for? You didn't even talk to me.
It's weird.
Yeah, Facebook is fun. It's an interesting place. You're like, hey, how you been? How are you?
I ain't never talked to you.
No,
Right,
I had
ever.
somebody reach out to me from second grade. He was like, hey, Kevin. I was like, what's up, man?
What's the game show?
It's like, what?
I really think though a lot of guys, I don't know what the hang up with guys is. You know, when it comes to relationships,
Maturity.
it is maturity, but it's like you grasp onto this one woman for some odd reason and forget that there's millions of women out there.
Probably like, yeah, I think
Women
maybe
do the same
insecurity,
thing.
They do.
conquest.
We do the same
But guys,
thing.
I think guys are a little more just because of the fact that
They wanna
women
conquer.
also they have it coming towards them, where guys don't have it coming towards them.
Guys are not used to attention. That's why when guys get attention, it goes a long way.
I think some dudes feel like they have to conquer as well, though.
Yeah, they do.
So our next segment. Is questions from the people.
The people.
This comes from Jessica. What married couples plan to do with their lives once the kids leave home?
Fuck.
Everywhere.
Just kidding.
I was like, Hunter, you're there.
Yeah. Be careful where you sit down in my house.
Well. Hey,
That's why I stay outside.
nobody.
You ain't safe outside either.
In the street, hopefully I am.
No, you safe in the street. That's just nasty. Maybe my young
I mean, yeah, I fucking travel. That's
Yeah.
actually keep more of my paycheck.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Be able to buy the things I actually want from myself.
you realize when your kids first move out, it's a weird transition because your life is so much of your kids, and even your sleep schedule, your wake schedule, everything revolves around them. All of a sudden, it's like, damn, I ain't gotta wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Nope.
No,
I still would anyway.
no,
I'm still getting up early.
no. And then the walking around your house just with your dick out.
Yeah, I was
it's
going
a
to say
beautiful
that.
thing.
I was like,
That's what I
Hunter was
miss.
probably going to say that.
Zap?
I miss that so much.
Not much.
No.
I wish I would have. Now it's times like this. Some days I wake up like, man, if I had a boy, I'd be around here just balls out, nigga, just swinging.
Being naked.
Why? That's just no. You just all right.
Nah.
No.
Y'all don't understand. You can ask my wife.
But I'm saying, if you
Do
had
you
a
really
son,
want
though,
your son
like,
to
nah,
grow
I
up
would-
later going,
nah,
yeah, my dad walking around with his dick out?
Nah.
Look at it.
Nah.
Don't look
Nah.
That's what you gonna say.
The thoughts of Mo Lethal are Mo Lethal alone.
right. No.
Any thoughts shared or viewed by Mo Lethal should be taken to him and and just by him. Do not crucify the rest of us for that shit.
I'm.
That is
going-
child endangerment.
Yeah.
She will be. She
I got
will.
nothing to do with that.
She will be 7 this year. That means it's been 7 years since I've been allowed to sleep naked in my own
But
bed.
you still don't do that if you have a boy either.
Yeah, you don't.
If I had a boy, I just lock the door. I don't care about his tears. You gotta understand. Be a man. Grow
The
up.
thoughts of Mo Lethal are Mo Lethal's alone.
Yeah. Definitely.
It is a weird.
I'm not going. No.
Yeah.
So when the kids are when my kids out the house, yeah, it's a real. I'll probably get rid of all the clothes. You got to get dressed and go.
Nah.
That's weird.
You got to get.
Yeah, that's
Like,
off.
still leave the house. You just
know
gonna be a nudist all of a sudden.
What's so funny about that? That's why I can never have a roommate either. As much as I can actually have a roommate to save some money in this world, I won't do it because I don't want to have to start putting clothes on in the house.
Speaking of that shit,
Roommate.
my neighbors did that.
No, I'm saying this because you got used to your kids now. You had your clothes on for so long, and then your kids gone, then you're free again, and now you realize I have a roommate, and then you got to start putting clothes back on, and you're like,
This world we live in, you get the right roommates, you still can have your dick out.
nah, I'm good.
That's true.
I don't know about roommates.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
you
my
talking about?
neighbors,
He sound like he gonna rent a room on his house.
their kids left the house, so they ended up.
They got a roommate?
Actually ended up happening. The daughter moved back.
Oh, okay.
Her best friend moved in with them, and now they both got new cars.
Yeah, that's different.
New cars.
Make them pay.
Who the
I'm
girls?
saying. No, the parents. They wouldn't. So they're having them fun. I'm pretty sure they're having them fun
Yeah, they said you ain't living for free. You did that for fucking how many years?
You're funding these new cars because they both got new cars.
Yeah.
But
All your friends moving in too?
Uh-huh.
Done.
Oh boy.
But it is nice when the kids are gone, though. You know. But then again, on the same token, you don't have the distractions either.
I think I'm a golf. A lot more.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
My kids been gone.
I would do random fucking in random rooms.
Why?
Just
I do that now.
I mean, they go away sometimes.
Because you ain't got to think about no, it's just fucking.
Why do you think I love Fridays so much?
Don't want to know.
Yeah, there's some
Because for Fridays,
I don't want to know.
Fridays when she's at school,
There's like
there's 9 hours of the day
Oh,
where there's no child in the house.
call me Mario Winans.
yeah. I be feeling bad sometimes with the kids, but I won't go too far into that.
Yeah.
Because they walk in, get in the bed, and then certain.
But I mean, they kind of they stay semi on topic too. It is nice when you don't have to worry about kids in the car.
You caught me all the way off guard.
Like, oh shit. Spill some water.
Nah.
Hey, let's go downstairs. Like,
Not to spill the water.
Oh my God.
matter of fact, let's take a shower real quick. Like that's
Ooh, shit. Okay.
that'll be fun when that don't happen.
Ooh.
Well,
My apologies.
That was great. That was great.
The thoughts of.
No, those ain't mine alone. I ain't the only motherfucker who said that. Like, oh shit.
Oh shit. Okay. We have another question from the people. It's from Deja. I'm curious to know everyone's take on masculinity and femininity. Nowadays, it seems like everything and everyone wants to be a gender neutral. Your thoughts?
Yo, y'all want my thoughts on this shit.
yeah, I
The
do.
thing is,
Let Kevin take
podcast
it.
for everyone. No, go. We want yours.
No, we let Kevin take it.
Lead it, Big Mo, because this gonna make it hot. I want to hear it. This is good.
It's a hot take.
Fuck it. That shit is needed, and I think like there is no such thing as I'm in the whole boat of there is no such thing as toxic masculinity. There's no such thing as toxic femininity. They're two energies that both need each other to survive and interact, right? And when you look at it, the way I look at it is the femininity is what suppresses the masculinity, but the masculinity is what protects the femininity. So it's two things that need to be together in order to create cohesion and a peaceful state. So it's like like me protecting my wife from outside sources and internal sources, right? That's me being masculine. That's the masculine part. Me getting up and providing, that's me being masculine. Her providing a home for me to come home to, that's her being feminine. Her nurturing and taking care of the child and nurturing me, that's her being feminine. These are two things that needs to be in existence to coincide with each other, and it just so happens to be that women are the feminine being and men are the masculine being, and that's why the prefixes of the words. And this whole thing of no gender or no like that, all that to me is bullshit because it's you throughout history you see that it's required. Now, have there been cases where people have used these things for not? Yes, there have. But just because some people use things the way in which it should not be does not mean that those things are not necessary.
I agree. To be honest, I think we're also in a time where the roles have changed to a degree, and it needs to go back to the way it was originally. There's so many masculine women and so many feminine men not really falling into their roles, and I think that's a part of the problem. I mean, this is fuck it. I'm gonna say it. That the problem with that is in my opinion is single mother households.
I'm gonna just say it. That's how I feel because I feel like it's just like every parent is going to parent a child differently, right? So as a father, you're not going to parent your son the same way you parent your daughter. As a mother, you're not going to parent your daughter the same way you parent your son. So when you're coming from a single mother, she's teaching her daughter be independent. Don't rely on anybody. Be able to take care of yourself. Yada yada yada. And she's teaching her son, okay, you gotta, she's basically saying be independent, don't rely on a woman, but I'm gonna you gotta do X, Y, and Z, so you don't need a woman. And she's allowing her son to not she's not teaching her son how to control his emotions and actually be masculine in his ways. He's actually more in touch with himself, right? And then when on the flip side of that, as like if you have like a father, because like studies show that kids are always better when the father is either um, uh, single father or two parent household. Kids are always better because on the father side, he's showing his daughter how to be loved, what to expect, what to tolerate from a man, and then he's showing and preparing his son to be a man. And that's why I said you got to have both of those in conjunction for that to work. And when you remove the fathers from homes, you've removed that structure, and that's why we have a generation that don't understand what their role should be and what their natural order of things is in that way, because they have not been shown. You cannot do something you have not been taught unless you go out and seek that knowledge. But once you start seeking that knowledge, then have to realize that you really have to make over the whole being of what you were raised, and that's hard for a lot of people to do. So that's why you got walk around here and you got masculine women, you got sassy men, because this is what they've grown up going to see. There's a difference between being sassy and soft, because I feel like all men have a soft side. There's always that one person, like we got daughters here, right? We're not yoking up on our daughters. We're soft, we're loving, we're caring. We'll melt into their arms because that's how they make us feel. But at the same time, when something approaches, we know how to set her aside, protect her, and now we're strong. You know what I'm saying? And that's why this is just something that's not really happening in today, because there's a list of reasons why things are the way they are, but it's just the way that things have been orchestrated over the last couple of decades.
I 1,000% agree with you. Just kind of looking at how my childhood was, I totally agree. My mom was a single mom, and I do see the more masculine ways in my behavior because I'm very used to being strong, independent. I don't need nobody. I can do this on my own, because my mom literally she's married, but she doesn't need anybody. She has it. Yeah. So I'm used to seeing that, and that's who I grew up to become. And my father just got in my life within the last few years, and anything that I feel like I should have known about a man, I didn't get from him. So I was out here kind of just tough,
and then you're learning
not be hurt.
You're learning from men through your mother's trauma and other girls your age that don't know nothing about men.
I
now,
agree.
does that go into the rest of the family dynamic, not just your household?
What do you mean?
The rest of the family. Because say you have a family where the dad was there, but he died. The kid don't know.
Well,
But then I'm saying they have positive male figures within that family that aren't necessarily in that household.
There's different.
But that's what I'm saying.
There's different occasions for everything, but that also comes to access of.
Well, yeah,
right?
I think that's
because you have plenty of men who are manly men that were raised by single mothers, but 9 times out of 10 they had a strong uncle.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily you have to have.
Yeah,
that.
but you got to have that presence.
There's a dynamic you have to have to be able to teach.
You got to have that presence on both sides. Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with that.
It's just like a couple. I think 5-6 episodes ago when Andy was saying he was raised by his father, he wasn't taught about love and nurture, because that's not how his father operated. His father operated. No, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to provide for you. You're never going to be hungry.
But you also have to look at his family dynamics too. Like it wasn't like how mine is, how my household wasn't how everybody else's household was. But we always came together, and I had different examples of shit.
So in a nutshell, I would say the absence of presence. Doesn't have to be mom and dad. Okay. Absence of presence, right? So, like he said, Andy didn't have a nurturing presence.
He didn't have that other stuff.
So he didn't experience that growing up, right? So the same thing, like if you don't have a masculine presence to kind of dictate or not dictate, but kind of help like mold your
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Then you'll be without
See,
that.
and then what you were talking about before, because we've talked about it, where you said, I believe in the toxic masculinity and toxic femininity. From the way you described it to me, or just described it now, you're describing healthy masculinity and healthy femininity. To me, there is toxic in it. Whereas if, say, there's men that are just too masculine and want to just show their masculinity to everybody, that's just wrong. That's toxic. And that's the trying to be machismo and all that shit. Then there's women that will just try to use their femininity and sexuality to get what they want.
I just think I think on the men's side that's just the competitive nature of men.
You have to have a balance.
But we're and it's embedded in our DNA to be conquerors, to compete.
That's not
right,
necessarily
and
true.
and for some of us it's higher than others.
That's not necessarily true. I don't think that's necessarily true.
All right, I mean,
Well,
We don't have to agree, but-
Yeah.
nothing is absolute. So that's just always, like even when he was talking about it, I was raised by my mom with no father figure at all. None. There was no uncles. There was nobody. So
but then again,
So, yeah,
but you learned
learn it,
learned your manly things from outside sources, right?
I mean, yeah, okay, yes, yeah, because I mean that's all I'm left with.
Right.
From what I see on TV, what I see from friends, families, from what I see from.
What'd you learn?
And then he just said last pod that he's learning how to deal still with his emotions.
Yeah. But there's people like
Right.
that doesn't necessarily
Right.
have
But
to
I'm
do with
saying,
the
but a father figure, a masculine figure,
good masculine
good
figure.
right.
'Cause that's
helps
where I'm
you-
coming from.
helps
Because there's
you-
shitty masculine
you
figures
develop
in
those
the
type of
household
skills.
that will teach their kids shitty things.
Well, there's-
and then that shit goes on.
I
So
can't-
it's like, to
I
me,
don't
that
wanna-
makes it toxic where you're like, nigga,
I
you
won't
ain't
say-
teaching him nothing good.
I won't say that
Or her or nothing
I
like
won't
that.
say that masculine. I won't say that it's toxic. I just say that those are just shitty people. That happen.
Okay, we'll call it what you want. That sounds toxic, nigga.
Let's just say shitty people.
But yeah, and like,
But you definitely need both. So me personally, right? I was raised again by my grandparents, very traditional, right? And my grandfather was masculine, my grandmother was feminine. But I think people always get caught up. They think being feminine is not being submissive. That's not what that means.
I was saying.
It's not what it means. And then my wife comes from a single mother, right? So it's like we had to navigate that because I'm looking at her like, no, that's not how things go. Well, this is okay. I understand how you were raised, but that's not how I'm raised. So like that's part of like what we said. I think last part about when things get choppy and now you actually got to start working. Like and so I had to like show her and prove to her like this is how it is, and it's not to say that my word is more important or more valuable than her word because I have to take into account her feelings and her perspective on things. But also as the man of the house and as the leader, I understand that whatever decision is made, I'm to blame no matter how it goes because I allowed that decision to go forward. So if I take her input and I go, okay, yeah, you're right, and I choose to go her route, it's still my downfall if it don't work. Like that's part of being masculine too. You have to, because being a leader, you have to accept the blame. The blame starts at the top, right?
And that's from how you say you do the traditional household.
Right.
So I think that
In my household, yeah.
So I mean, I dig that. I'm not trying to say like how you see things is wrong. I just don't see it the same way in that
Put your
regard. Where I'm
glasses
like,
on,
nigga, I'm trying to see a technicolor, not technicolor. Well, I don't know. It's an interesting topic. It's a good topic, actually.
Your thoughts,
That's
the
a
fly?
great topic.
As far as feminine and masculine.
Well, what was the question? I think we just started going.
Yeah, because you guys got so deep in the conversation. I was like, God damn, like they're talking about something else completely now. Fuck. Yeah, curious to know what everyone's takes on masculinity and femininity nowadays. It seems like everything and everyone wants to be gender neutral.
We were on topic.
Right there, brother. Oh,
What's
he
your
just
take?
left me
He just
hanging
left
on
you hanging.
camera.
My bad. I didn't see. I couldn't see. I had turned my head. I'm sorry.
I think honestly, anytime I end up in situations where I'm like unsure of what's going on, like we've had this talk before where I've said I've been at customers and been afraid to identify what someone wants to be called. So when I've identified now the masculinity and femininity, I just kind of I try to not think too hard on it or dwell too hard on it because in my household I know what it is, but like outside in the world, I just kind of try to respect people's take on it. But if I'm being personal, I do feel like there has to be a masculine and feminine energy, and the gender roles have to be identified just because that's what I was used to. But I don't say everyone has to follow what I believe.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that as well.
Look, I got a great example of that dynamic. I have a friend who's when you meet him, you're like, oh, he's gay as fuck. And then you get to talking to him and you go, well, he's a man. Like,
yeah, I've said that shit
God
before too.
damn.
Just because someone's gay doesn't mean that.
But
they're-
like, no,
you know
the
what I'm
way
saying?
he like moves is like it's
Yeah.
a feminine way, and then you get to talking and you're like, oh no, we could fight with each other. Like we
Yeah.
could go out and I'm cool. Like you got me.
Yeah.
Like
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Some gay dude fuck you up. Don't get it twisted. You know
I
what
know
I'm
gay
saying?
dudes
Like,
in a dress that'll fuck you.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like
Both
it's
ways.
like you can't like.
well,
Both ways.
Well, like you said though, being a boy, being raised by a single mom, you're connected more with your feminine side than if you did have a father in the house, because
that's
that
all I
father
was-
will push that over.
That's all I was saying.
Yeah. Because like me, I can connect feminine on a feminine side with other women, you know.
I feel like
But
well, I
there's
guess
nothing
I can
wrong
see
with
that.
you having a little bit of feminine energy as a man because we need you to nurture us as
Right.
well. If we're nurturing the family and no one's nurturing us back, there's gonna be an off put in the balance. So there's nothing wrong with you having a little. It's just about how much we're falling over into the other side. I don't need to be the whole nigga at my house. I can be the woman and still have a little bit of toughness for my husband when he needs it.
And like you said, to your point, like my grandfather was my masculine, my grandmother was there, but then I had my aunts, right? So I had a lot of feminine energy present. So I do. That's why I am loving and caring, and I show
Right.
affection toward my wife because I received a lot of that as a kid. So I understand that my wife needs this from me to feel safe. That's part of making her feel safe.
Understood.
People think
yeah.
safety is just like no harm is done, no physical harm is done to you. But you got to also protect the mental side of things as well.
well, everything. Yeah.
And
You know what I'm saying?
spiritual.
So you got
Absolutely.
like protection don't
Yeah.
just start like it don't start with physical and it don't end with money. Like security don't like
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
just like security don't start with money. You know what I'm saying? You got to encompass the whole package of thing. And I think people they try to divide things up into subsections when it's really all the same thing.
Sure. You know what?
Absolutely.
You know, sidebar with that real quick. With us being men and dads, when you had a woman in your life, how hard was it for you to learn to put the toilet seat down?
Nah,
Ooh, I wanna
I've
know
been
the
doing that my whole life.
No.
I've been doing it my whole life. I've just trained myself to pee with the toilet seat down. I just
And you
You
don't
just-
get any on the toilet seat?
if I do, I just wipe it off.
Oh, proud of you.
Oh, what? That confused me. I didn't think you was gonna say that.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either.
Proud of you.
But I will say what you guys pointed out was an interesting topic. Like for me, I didn't have those positive female, roles painted out either. So like my aunts and grandmother and all that were all like train wrecks. So I didn't have those like. So when you say you can identify how to treat properly. Yeah. So that's interesting to hear you guys
But it's
talk.
like
your take on
that's
that.
why I always say like when it comes to you, it's like you can't do something you wasn't shown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not that you lack the skill to, it's that you lack the knowledge. You wasn't taught how to do this.
Yeah.
And like it's something that you could like if you could try to be more if you wanted to, obviously it's your case, right? It's something that you can develop now because you're aware of it. But like it's hard for you to be expected to do something that you were not taught because your impressible years were your years growing up, like years between 2 and 8. That's when you really start to develop these kind of core personality traits of the nurturing side of it, right? So it's like if you didn't receive that, how can you give? Like you can't give. Like if your paycheck ain't here, how you gonna pay your bills?
Right,
It's the same.
right,
It's the same.
right.
Same thing.
Rob a nigga.
Damn,
So-
did you say really that you leave the seat up and then you just peed and wiped the seat off?
man.
That's
You
some weird
back on
shit.
that?
I said,
That, I mean,
leave the seat down.
that's accountability too.
I mean,
leave the
it
seat- I'll leave the seat
that caught
down.
me off. I put the seat up and then put the seat down.
I just leave.
Yeah, I usually just do that. I just put it down. Like
too much effort.
I just got in the frame of mind of knowing to.
It's too much effort.
Sometimes I
Ain't wiping the seat off too much effort?
I think it's the same amount of effort.
Right. Because if you got to wipe the seat off, you're in the same thing.
Same effort.
It's easier to girl pee.
Anyway, with that being said, this has been episode
sit down.
141 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am your antisocial host, Stutter McFly, one more time, with this lady and these three guys.
What was that, ketchup and mustard?
I don't know who.
Yeah.
The hat off though. So
Hot dog.
I'm just that.
You look
nigga.
like that creepy uncle.
You the creepy uncle.
Yes, Lord.
It's your boy Molito
He
the
said,
Grouch.
I look it, but you fit the part.
Hey, so they call me Hunter.
And I'm Des the Diva.
We appreciate you. Love you. Like, subscribe, share, comment. If you have red
All that
flag
shit.
stories, if you have questions from the people, since you're the people, we appreciate it.
Yes.
Like, again, DM, comment, let us know what your thoughts are.
The heavyweight page though.
Yeah, on the heavyweight
Yeah,
page.
on the page.
Do not DM Hunter.
Why?
I feel like every now I'm just.
You say that like I'm the one that's saying don't do it. You just got to be careful. You're going to get midgets back.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you
next
don't want
time.
you don't want the algorithm.
Message him.
Trust me.
Lord.
Until next time.
It gets it's a horrible rabbit hole.
Real short.
Yeah. All right, till next time. Peace.
Peace.
It's a wrap. That's all she wrote, folks. Thanks for tuning in once again. You can check us out on all streaming platforms. Click like, subscribe, leave some comments. You know what I'm saying? Is it Monday yet? Hello. Every Monday you got new episodes, so tune in. Have a blessed one.